I'm going to show you a new way of how to take notes for this FactMobile project. Right now you have the assignment. It should be in your handout folder. You can make a copy of it by going to File, make a copy, and then put that in your completed folder so you have that. So make sure you're doing that properly, first of all, okay? Now when you're taking notes, didn't expect it to do that. When you're taking notes, it's going to be a new way to take notes so that I can see how you're taking notes while I'm away. After you've chosen your topic, you need to come up with at least three, always three questions you have about the topic, right? Because there's going to be 3 note cards that you're going to create. So what are those 3 questions? You have to come up with those first and make sure that I see those if I'm away or when I get back. The note-taking sheet is also in your handout folder that is in, it's in the note, I'm sorry, I'm messing up. It's in the handout folder, the FactMobile project folder. So again, in order for me to check your notes, you're going to follow a new note-taking system. All work is done in class. All work is done in class. No need to do anything at home. And remember, I can see that, right? I can see the timestamp of your notes if you start to do work at home. You don't need to. So my topic is food. Of course it is, right? Something I'm interested in. And my 3 questions are, how did the food the ancient Egyptians eat reflect their social status? Where did they get their food from? And what were the festivals they celebrated? And why were they important to the Egyptians? I need to make sure I get a question mark under there. My note-taking sheet is going to look like this. I'm going to have a note-taking sheet. I'm going to make a new document. It's going to go where? It's going to go in my FactMobile project folder, right? Which you have created for homework over this past weekend. So my note-taking sheet looks like this. Note-taking sheet number 1, I'm going to title it. This is the title. I am asking the question, where did the Egyptians get their food from? In my research, using books, right? Using books, and I've cheated a little bit here. I'd rather have you use the books rather than the web for now while I'm away. One of the ways, and I use the textbook for this, I think you remember these details, hunting, birds, or actually waterfowl is what the book says. Waterfowl were a source of protein for the Egyptians, and pretty much everyone ate them. The whole social pyramid did. Also through farming. We know this, you know this, was so fertile that the Egyptians had tons of wheat. Therefore, they had everybody's staple of food, bread. Farming. They used fruit as a sweetener. They didn't really eat fruit like we might think about having an apple. They didn't have apples. But for grapes or for dates, plums, they would dry them. And I'm thinking, I don't know this, I didn't read this, but I am guessing, I'm inferring that probably they could do that because they could use the sun to dry out the food, right? They also fished, and some fish were not eaten because of the association with Osiris. So some fish were considered sacred. If they could eat it, though, they would. I mean, they were not shy of eating a lot of food. And historians also have discovered that generally, not even generally, for the most part, Egyptians were really well fed compared to other ancient civilizations. So much so that they tended to be overweight. Just saying. Now, then I'm going to create another new document and answer my next question. And then I'm going to call that note-taking sheet number 2. And that is going to be titled. Number 2. And then I'm going to start answering my questions in bullet format. You're not doing 2-column. No 2-column. Let me say that again. No 2-column. You're merely bulleting, not full sentences. You notice up here, these are not full sentences, right? So not full sentences, just bulleting the information. Okay, that's it. Hope this helped.